Arnold Classic is next weekend. Who you got? Who do you got? What's your predictions?
You know, I haven't been all over the lineup. I've seen some of the guys. I haven't been watching, to be honest with you, like every single guy. I think there's going to be an amazing, amazing lineup with a lot of really beautiful physiques and a lot of physiques that you would expect to be winning the Arnold Classic because of their classic lines and blah, blah, blah. But I honestly think that George is going to be in a league of his own because of his condition and muscularity. George is, you know, Justin's saying this is the best they've been, and I don't doubt that, but he's always great. He's always so conditioned. Yeah. He gets conditioned like this. We prep together for the Olympia. He looks good. He's getting leaner, you know, a little bit of body fat, a little bit of bloat. And then all of a sudden, overnight, the guy's like spider webs everywhere, you know? So George has got freaky muscularity, and he's got awesome conditioning. Pound for pound, I think he's one of the best in the classic division. And I think George shouldn't have an issue at all. At all. You know, me and Breon, it was like we were in a show of our own. They did a two-man call-out. It was like me and Breon and everyone else. Yeah. And I don't mean that in an arrogant way, but I really see that in this show. And I think this show, the Arnold, is going to be George on his own.
Yeah. You know? Do you see anybody else that has the potential to I think George has – we're not going to jinx it. You never know what's going to happen. But it does seem like he's definitely the front runner. But there's got to be a couple of the guys, if they really nail the condition.
What do you think?
Steve Laureus, if that guy ever gets the conditioning that George gets, he's scary.
Steve is also a friend of mine, local guy from Bev's. I'm a big fan of Steve's shape, man. Steve has, in my opinion, I'm very unbiased. I tell it like it is. Steve has a potential to be a Mr. O in the future in Classic. It's just up to him if he can bring it. But yeah, if Steve brings the conditioning, you know, there's not a lot of guys that have that small waist and small joints and vacuums and still have big legs and a big back. Yeah. You know, Steve has that. Steve's got something that you can't work for. It's just, can he bring it together? And, you know, he's an amazing guy. You know, people talk about us all the time on social media. For 2016 Olympia, it was me and Sadiq. Mm. Who won? Danny Hester. It wasn't me or Sadiq, you know? And a lot of people were hyping up Steve and talking about him, and rightfully so. I would as well. He's awesome shape. But I'm not sure where he placed this year, but he wasn't in the top 5. I think that he needs to just push it and get himself there. Yeah. You know?
Keon Pearson, also very good. Shorter guy with very round, full muscle bellies.
Keon is like a rough diesel in the sense that on their own in their pictures, they're Mr. O as well. Yeah. Awesome. But they have a hard time in the lineup because the bigger, older guys. But that being said, man, Keon and Ruff are so young. Yeah. Just keep doing it, keep pounding away, let your body grow and develop at a good pace. I'm not saying take your time 10 years, but don't force it, don't hurt yourself, don't do anything that's going to make your body look funny. A lot of guys that try to jump up in size dramatically kind of mess themselves up. That being said, a lot of the guys with the real, you know, aesthetic classic lines mentally aren't trying to get bigger. I think that's a mistake. You know, they think, oh, well, I'm classic. These guys are too big. No, no, no. If you want to win, man, you got to have that classic look. You got to have a beautiful, pleasing look, but you have to be bigger. This is a bodybuilding show. You have to be big and conditioned. So as long as they don't bring that size and density, they're not going to be placing in the top 5 in Olympia.